Alright, so the time has come to work on the Old Cold Forgotten Buick, which presently has a flashlight stuck to its hood. We're going to move the silver one, and then we're going to move this thing, and it's probably going to be a little bit inventive. I've had some comments in the most recent video on this about, well, how'd the grill get broken? Well, let's talk about that, and we'll talk about why we haven't fixed it while the keykeeper's moving that. This car hit a deer before we got it. It broke the headlight assembly and messed up the wiring to that. It also cracked the grill, and it cracked the Buick emblem right here, which is on the verge of coming off. Well, Bizarre Furhead decided he was going to use some of his auto body expertise and straighten this crimp in the hood, which he did. He also missed with his hammer and broke out the headlight. Well, when we went to the junkyard and got a new headlight assembly and got new chrome trim and all that good stuff, the grill finally decided it had had enough and it fell out. Well, you could spend a lot of money and you could spend a lot of time making this car look brand new, but there's no sense in lying about it. This is a 21-year-old automobile with almost 300,000 miles on it, and it didn't have the best of care before we got it. In fact, it was really in pretty sad shape. But now it runs, it drives. It's a go-to-work kind of a car. It's not the kind of a car that you would want to do a full lavish restoration on, if you even could. And there's places on this car that are rusty enough. That's locked. But in there, we've almost lost that piece. Anyway, a new grill for this car wouldn't be cheap, and we really don't need one, so that's why we haven't bothered putting a new grill on this thing. Now we're going to move it around in the driveway in a very interesting fashion. Alright, I'm going to start by rolling out into the driveway. Keykeeper's going to give me a push. Oh man, it's hard to do with no power steering. And then he's going to push me into the driveway, hopefully giving me enough momentum to make it up there. Okay, so the keykeeper's going to give me a push right now. So first he wants to free the tow rope, because when we went to retrieve the car from down the road a bit, it actually turned out that the tow rope got pulled in between two parts of the underbody of the car, and now we can't get it out by hand. So he's going to try to free it with the pickup truck. And then he'll give me a push, which we have to be careful doing because the truck and the Buick ride at different heights, and it may cause problems. We don't want to break any lenses or lights or anything. Look at him work. Alright, now he's going to carefully push me up to speed, and I'm going to ride right into the driveway and hit the brakes. What could possibly go wrong? Stick around and find out. Here we go. Alright, he's giving me some speed. And so, God, I hope I don't hit the back of the van. We're going to have to straighten it out. There it is. I was wondering, the old girl presently sits at 285,471 miles and no tenths. 300,000's our hope, and we'll go beyond that if it'll hold together.
See that crack?
Oh yeah.
Watch.
Ouch, our crank pulley is broken.
Fix that, and the car might go to 300,000 miles.
It would certainly improve the odds of it starting and running, most likely.
It probably would get rid of that terrible noise it makes when it does that.
Yeah, this thing, in recent history, this thing has been sounding a little bit like a bad case of the diesel engines. So, at the very least, there's a broken crank pulley. Got a bit of a crack in it, like you saw. Boy, the keykeeper's truck starter sounds bad. That'd probably be the next thing to fall off of it. Anyway, this old car is going to need a crank pulley at the very least in order to run again, and at that point we'll evaluate it further. So there's your update.